Happy 2022, folks. Welcome back to Cape Band. Today, as always, Heather's by my side. How are you, Heather? Happy New Year.
I'm good. Happy New Year, Corey.
And Erica Brown of the Cricket. How are you, Erica?
I know it's been a while. Happy New Year, guys, after our quiet time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been a long time since we had crab legs at the Beauport Hotel.
And I'm planning a dinner party. I am.
Yeah.
And we're coming.
All right,
Because
so
that's what I
Erica,
do.
so there's been a lot going on. I guess let's start off with something light and fun. The polar plunge just from a few days ago.
Yeah, we had the polar plunge. That was the New Year's Day, actually. So yes, it was, and it was pretty mild on the day, but it was really fun. Everyone gets down in Singing Beach. It's not formally organized. It's just a bunch of crazy people who decide to jump into the Atlantic Ocean in the first of the year. And other towns do it. I know they do it. Friesen for a Reason, the Rotary Club does that up in Rockport, I believe, and they've done it at Good Harbor Beach too. So Rockport and Gloucester, they've done it.
Yeah.
Anyway, it happened this year. About 50 people showed up. It was some great times. It was pretty mild weather, but I don't think that means that it was any warmer in the ocean.
There are crazies in every town for sure, and they've got reasons.
There were about 50 people who did it for the rest of us, us watchers.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it was really great. And then we also have the mask mandates that just happened. If we're gonna, that also happened while we were kind of away. The Board of Health got together and they met. And ironically, it was first in Essex. Essex first decided to put up a mask mandate because their threshold had gotten up, and then Manchester followed the following week. Manchester had put in place a kind of a metric that really was a good idea. People really wanted that, and they were looking at metrics, and that metric started to alarm them, so they put up the mask mandate. And I believe that Rockport also has a mask mandate now, right, as well, but not Gloucester.
Mm.
Yeah. No, when last we spoke, Omicron didn't exist. I mean, the last time we were together, you were talking about how, the Manchester had decided against the masks, and, the numbers were all good. And here we are, what, 3 weeks later?
3 weeks later, and the Boston Globe yesterday said that it was 95% of all new COVID cases was Omicron. So
Right.
There you go. What a difference 3 weeks makes. The numbers for us right now that just came out in Manchester, it jumped from like 278, which are positive cases that have been tracked since March 2020. You got to keep that in mind.
Right.
But it went from like 270 in 1 week up to 440. It was a huge jump. However, only 6 active cases. It's actually down. And 83% of all residents over 5 years old in Manchester are vaccinated. 81% of residents over 5 in Essex are fully vaccinated. So that tells you the story right there.
Right.
So really good vaccination numbers, and we have our mask mandate in all public places. That's anywhere, restaurants, stores, federal facilities like post offices, and then of course municipal buildings, which has been the case for quite a while. So there you go. Related to that though, I have kind of a weird related thing about COVID, if you don't mind. And that is that Charlotte Lawrence, who is a junior at the Manchester Essex High School, she has been doing this Q&A column that's been really interesting on medical professionals because she's really passionate about it, and she heads up like the science team at the high school. And she had a great interview with the scientific director of molecular enzymology. I apologize to New England Biolabs, but enzymology research division at New England Biolabs. They have a really, really interesting Q&A on the science behind COVID testing, the molecular, level testing from New England Biolabs, which is a local company based in Ipswich. And it was a really fascinating interview. And fun fact, did you realize, I did not know this, that the chief science officer at New England Biolabs is a Nobel laureate?
Oh.
Yeah.
Our region, isn't it amazing? Nobel Prize winners hidden in little corners. That's incredible.
Yes, Rich Roberts, he's the chief science officer, and he was a Nobel Prize winner for his discovery of split genes. Split genes. I discovered split genes.
I didn't know my genes split, really.
Genes with a G, right?
Yeah,
Genes with a G.
Yeah, exactly.
In all seriousness, Charlotte and a colleague, a fellow student, they interviewed him and really got into the science behind testing and whether or not rapid tests are accurate. And bottom line, spoiler alert, they're highly accurate, which I thought that the rapid test wasn't as accurate. It's very, very accurate. And he goes into the science of exactly why. It's very interesting.
Wow. How about the home tests? Did they go into
That,
the
I
rapid
think the home
test?
tests
That's,
are a rapid test.
okay, right, okay.
If I'm wrong, I apologize. I believe so, but he goes into all of the tests. You should read the article. How's that?
I'm gonna read the article when it comes to my house, because it's not here yet, so, but I will.
Yeah, but it's very interesting. Anyway.
Erica, tell us a bit about the Water Protection Task Force.
Yeah, that's actually been going on for quite a while. That started with, in my mind, it started at town meeting last spring, almost a year ago, when a gentleman in the audience interrupted Alan Wilson's introduction to the whole town meeting to say, we really need to start this task force. And what it really was he was expressing something that had been sort of going on, which is a group had decided that it wanted to reanimate a group, a task force that was created in 1989. Around water quality. Drinking water quality was really what drove the 1989 task force. And he wanted to reanimate this. And it wasn't just him, it was a group of people. And Greg Federspiel has a really good article on sort of the reasons why they want to do this now. He really chalks it up to climate change, and because there's really no shortage of water, but with climate change, he says that we should be reanimating this. It's going to have, they're in the middle of propagating this new group with appointments from different boards. So a member of the Board of Selectmen, I'm sorry about that. And Concom is leading it up, and it's going to be starting up soon, like in about a month. It'll be fully active.
Should we wait for the voicemail to kick in?
Probably Greg Federspiel right now.
Stop. Do you want me to just go ahead and stop? I'm so sorry. I thought that it was done.
No, the cricket officers are busy. We expect that. Oh, she's gone. We have any intermission music?
Yeah. I'm trying to find Ethan.
I'm so sorry about that.
Well, that's fine.
Okay.
So, Erica, lastly, a goodbye at the post office.
Oh my gosh, Gina Merlot, without the T. That's how she says it. Gina Merlot is a fixture at the sort of the counter of the post office. And she is, to anybody who goes into the office, she's unmistakable. And she's remarkable. She is a personality that is just she's a distortion wave, just put it that way. So funny. She's really empowered. She's been there for 4 years. Everybody loves her. And she is leaving us after 4 years to go down to a much larger post office in the same role down in Punta Gorda, Florida. So she's going to be leaving us. So I just wanted to make a shout out. We love her.
So
and we're really sorry to see her go.
That's really impressive, because 4 years is actually not that long to be a town clerk, in the town post office. So if you miss her so much after 4 years, that's impressive.
I think anybody, if you go into the office with any regularity, the post office, you know Gina. She is a piece of work.
Thank you, Gina.
Yeah, thank you, Gina, is right.
There you go, folks. Thanks for your time, Erica. Get the cricket, folks. We'll talk to you next week, Miss Brown.
Great to be back. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Interested in a sponsorship? Email sponsor@1623studios.org to learn more.